Hello dear students, myself CMA Padmaja Buzruk. I will discuss auditing. Go to study note number 7, provisions relating to audit under Companies Act. I will discuss audit of trust. While conducting the audit of a charitable institution, the auditor should consider the following matters. First is constitution of the trust. Auditor should study the constitution of charitable institution, for example, whether it is set up under Societies Registration Act or as per Section 8 of Companies Act, that is formation of a company with charitable objective or as a trust. Then he should obtain a list of members of governing body. This will help the auditor in identifying whether any of the member of governing body has any interest in the charitable institution. Then the auditor should obtain copy of budget sanctioned and the financial statements. Financial statements of charitable institutions are receipt payment account, income expenditure account and balance sheet. This would enable him to acquaint himself, that is to get himself familiarized with different heads of income and expenditure of the institution. Then he should examine the system of internal check, especially as regards accounting of amounts collected. He has to comment whether the internal check system and internal control system as regards collection of amount is adequate, is proper. If there are any flaws, he should give suggestions for improvement. Collection and deposit of income, he should check that the amount received towards income has been duly collected, it is deposited into bank regularly and on prompt basis. Proper internal control is there for the same. Subscription and donation, these institutions received subscriptions and donations which form major part of their collections. The auditor should check the following: the amount or rate of annual subscription, any instructions given by donor as to the specific utilization of donation. In this case, he has to check whether the donations are utilized for the same purpose. Adequacy of internal control existing as regards unused receipt books, counterfoils, etc. If there are unused receipt books, chances of frauds are there. So it is necessary for the auditor to check whether adequate internal control is there as regards unused receipt book. Where subscriptions are received in advance, these should be properly dealt with in the accounts. Subscriptions received in advance are to be shown on the liability side of the balance sheet. Outstanding subscriptions are to be shown on the assets side of the balance sheet. Whereas income expenditure account, income side, only subscription for the current year is to be shown. If it is received in advance, it is to be deducted. If it is outstanding for the current year, it is to be added. Auditor is supposed to check whether this has been properly done or not. Subscription is revenue in nature. It is to be shown on the income expenditure account. Donations depends upon nature of donation. It can be revenue in nature or capital in nature. If it is revenue in nature, it is to be shown on income expenditure account, income side. If it is capital in nature, then it is to be shown on the liability side of the balance sheet. Legacies received. Legacies is something left by a deceased person by his will. So auditor has to verify the amount of legacy received with reference to correspondence with any figures and other available information. Legacy received is capital in nature. It is to be shown on the liability side of the balance sheet. It is the duty of the auditor to check whether the same accounting treatment has been given or not. Income from investment, where the institution has made any investment or given loan, the amount of dividend and interest should be properly vouched with reference to counterfoils or dividend warrants received. It should be ensured that such loans or grants are given under proper authorization. If the institution has given any loan, auditor is supposed to check whether there is proper authority for sanctioning the loan. Loan has been sanctioned by proper authority. If interest is received, it is to be vouched with counterfoils. If any investment is made, if excess money has been invested in any shares, debentures kept at fixed deposit, then he has to vouch the interest or dividend received with counterfoils or dividend warrants received. And he has to check whether income from investment has been properly accounted for. Rent: if some property is given or taken on rent, then the auditor should check the tenancy agreement, the rent slip, and the authorized person for collection or payment, as the case may be, of the rent. Property can be taken on rent or given on rent. So, rent can be receipt as well as payment. Whatever may be the case, it is the duty of the auditor to check agreement, tenancy agreement, and he has to vouch if the rent is paid or collected with the rent slips or whatever documents available for him. Income and expenditure relating to concert. Most of the organizations organize special functions such as concert, etc. The auditor should be careful in such cases. All the gross receipts and outgoings are to be properly vouched by him. It should be ensured that proper internal check was maintained as regards the receipts and outgoings. For example, the person responsible for collection and disbursement should be separate persons. So, if any special function is organized, such as concert, etc., it is the duty of the auditor to carefully vouch the receipts as well as payments. He should check whether proper internal control is there or not, internal check is there or not for these receipts and payments. And the person who is responsible for collection and person who is responsible for payment are not the same person, they are separate, different persons. Expenditure, a major area of concern. Expenditure of charitable institution is also one of the major areas of concern. Thus, the auditor should verify that the expenditure is made only for the charitable purpose. If the expenditure is not for the charitable purpose, then the auditor should examine the implications of applicable law and document for the same. So, expenditure should be only for charitable purpose. If amount is incurred for other than charitable purpose, it is the duty of the auditor to find out why it has been incurred, whether it is as per law. He has to ask documents for the same, and if he is not satisfied with the same, he should qualify his audit report. Physical verification: the auditor should physically verify cash in hand, inventories, and fixed assets. Now we'll see audit of municipalities and local bodies. Major objective of audit of municipalities and panchayats are to ensure on the fairness and correctness of content in the financial statements, that is, to comment on the truthfulness and fairness of the financial statements, balance sheet, and profit and loss account, to report on adequacy of internal control, that is, whether internal control is adequate or not, to ensure value of money is fully received on amount spent is properly authorized, it has been spent for the purpose only for which it is meant, to detect frauds and errors. So these are the objectives of audit of municipalities and panchayats. Following points are to be considered necessary for carrying out audit of municipalities and local bodies to ensure that the expenditure incurred conform to the relevant provisions of the law and is in accordance with financial rules and regulations framed by competent authority. So it is the duty of the auditor to check whether the expenditure incurred is as per the provisions of the law and rules and regulations framed by competent authority. To ensure that the sanction is accorded by competent authority, either special or general. So there is sanction for these expenditure by competent authority. To ensure that there is provision of fund for expenditure authorized by competent authority. For expenditure, there is provision for fund and it also has to be authorized by competent authority. It is duty of the auditor to check this to ensure that where huge financial expenditure is made is run economically and expected to contribute growth. Whether lot of huge amount of expenditure is incurred, whether it is incurred economically or not, it is the duty of the auditor to check. In this particular video, we have seen audit of trust as well as audit of municipalities and local bodies. Thank you.